You pride yourself on being a nice person. You avoid conflict. You follow the rules. You smile at people you actually despise. You believe that your harmlessness is a virtue. You tell yourself, I am a good man because I do not hurt others. You are lying to yourself. You are not good. You are not virtuous. You are simply weak, and that makes you dangerous. Welcome to Nigredo. Today, we are going to dissect the most terrifying creature in modern society, the nice person. And we will explain why the monsters you fear are less dangerous than the smiling coward standing next to you. Let's go back to the beginning. Nobody is born nice. Look at a child. A child screams when it's hungry. It takes toys. It bites. It is pure instinct. So how did you become this broken thing? You were trained, like a dog. Since childhood, you were taught that your natural impulses were bad. Don't be loud. Don't be angry. Be a good boy. You learned that to get love, you had to amputate parts of yourself. You learned that love is conditional. It is payment for obedience. So you built a mask. You learned to read the room instantly. You learned to predict what other people wanted, and you became that thing. You think this is empathy? No. This is trauma. Hypervigilance is not kindness. It is a defense mechanism of a frightened child who is afraid of being punished. And now, as an adult, you are still waiting for a reward that never comes. Let's define our terms. Most people confuse being nice with being good. They are not the same thing. A rabbit is not virtuous because it doesn't eat the wolf. A rabbit is harmless because it cannot eat the wolf. Its morality is not a choice. It is a lack of options. If you are incapable of violence, if you are incapable of saying no, if you are incapable of biting back, you are not a moral person. You are a victim in waiting. Jordan Peterson, and before him Jung, made a crucial distinction. A truly good person is a dangerous person who has that danger under voluntary control. A good person has teeth. They have a sword, but they choose to keep it sheathed. The nice person, they have no sword. They are agreeable because they are terrified of conflict. Their kindness is a survival strategy, a plea for mercy from the world. And because their kindness is born of fear, it is fragile. There is something even darker beneath this fragility. The nice person is fundamentally dishonest because their interactions are transactional. Dr. Robert Glover calls this the covert contract. It works like this. The nice person thinks, I will do everything for you. I will hide my needs. I will be your therapist, your servant, your doormat. But there is a hidden price tag. The contract says, because I did this for you, you must love me. You must give me sex. You must never leave me. But they never say this out loud. That would be too risky. So when you inevitably fail to read their mind, when you treat them like the servant they pretend to be, they feel robbed. They think they are martyrs. In reality, they are manipulators who forgot to state their terms. It is the ultimate form of gaslighting. They act selfless, but they are keeping a strict score of every favor they ever did for you. What happens when you spend your life suppressing every negative impulse? When you smile when you want to scream? When you agree when you want to fight? You create a shadow. In Jungian psychology, the shadow is everything you refuse to acknowledge about yourself. Your aggression, your selfishness, your lust for power. The nice person does not process these emotions. They bury them. They shove them into the basement of their psyche and lock the door. But the basement is getting full. This leads to a state of chronic, low-level resentment. The nice person secretly hates the world. They feel that because they are nice, the world owes them something. I followed the rules. Why am I not winning? Why does the jerk get the girl? Why does the tyrant get the promotion? This resentment rots the soul. It turns into a passive-aggressive poison. This is why nice people are dangerous. They are unpredictable. A monster shows you his claws. You know where you stand with a monster. You can prepare. You can fight or run. But the nice person? They are a ticking time bomb. They will smile at you for 10 years, gathering evidence, collected insults. And one day, when the pressure becomes too high, they will snap. And because they have no experience with their own aggression, their explosion will be chaotic, disproportionate, and often aimed at the people they love the most. And how does this explosion manifest? It's rarely a fist to the face. That would be too honest. No. The weapon of the nice person is much more insidious. It is the silent treatment. It is the heavy sigh when you enter the room. It is the forgetting to do something important. It is the subtle sabotage of your success. It is passive aggression. This is the violence of the coward. They want to hurt you, but they want to maintain plausible deniability. They want to be able to say, "I didn't do anything. You are crazy." They become the martyr. "Look how much I suffer for you," they say. "Look how hard I try." They use their suffering as a weapon to control you with guilt. There is nothing more suffocating than being loved by a martyr. They will drain the life out of you, drop by drop, all while smiling that polite, dead smile. They kill the relationship not with a knife, but with 1,000 paper cuts. History teaches us a dark lesson. The greatest atrocities were not committed by psychopaths. There aren't enough psychopaths to run a genocide. The greatest atrocities were committed by nice people, by neighbors, by citizens who just wanted to fit in. The nice person's highest value is agreeableness. They want to be liked. They want to be safe. This means they will always side with the strongest power in the room. If the mob comes for you, your nice friend will not defend you. No. Defending you requires conflict. It requires standing alone. It requires being not nice. So they will betray you, not out of malice, but out of a desperate need to remain comfortable. They will watch you burn and tell themselves, "I had no choice." Never trust a person who cannot be disagreeable. Their loyalty is only as strong as their comfort zone. So, what is the alternative? The alternative is Nigredo, the decomposition of the false self. You must stop trying to be nice. Instead, you must strive to be whole. This means visiting the basement. It means shaking hands with the monster inside you. You need to find your capacity for aggression. You need to know what it feels like to be dangerous. Go to the gym. Learn to fight. Learn to say no when your voice shakes. When you know you can bite, you don't need to bark. When you're capable of violence, your peacefulness becomes a choice, not a weakness. It gains weight. It gains value. People respect the kindness of a lion. They despise the kindness of a sheep. Look in the mirror today. Ask yourself, are you virtuous? Or are you just afraid? Do not fear your darkness. Fear your weakness. Integration is the only path to power. This is Nigredo. We explore the shadows to find the light. Subscribe if you are ready to stop being nice and start being real.